Oh, hello, hello. All right. Hello. The single is on. We're going to wait for everyone to come on. We're going to wait on everyone to come on.
Kristen, good evening.
Hey, Christine Brown.
Hey, Sister Tammy and Berta, good evening.
Hey, Tammy and Berta. Yeah. Tammy and Berta. Hi. Uh, why don't you share your page and let everybody know that Living Single is on? We have something very serious we want to talk to you all about. It's not going to take long, but share your page and let everybody know that we are on the air. All right. Yeah. I think my head up here. Wow. But yeah, we're going to get started in another maybe 30 seconds.
You don't own the rights to this music. It's like a 96 pound living.
All right. Again, make sure you share your page. Bring others on. Let them know Living Single is on. I know it's getting warm outside, so people are enjoying the weather. You know, and they can tune in to us on the outside, you know, but sometimes they get busy and they say, oh, I forgot it was on. All that stuff. Okay. All right. So tonight, first of all, we thank God that you all tuned in tonight. I wish we had a few more others to come on because we have some things to say. Tammy and Bertie, are you all still on? Tammy and Berta, are you still on? Mm-mm. Somebody is off. My camera. Bertie, okay, good. All right. So we're going to talk about a few things tonight. Just a few things I want to talk to you all about. I want to talk about it because I had conversations with people who are not married. And one of the conversations was about abuse, being in a abusive relationship. They weren't married, you know, but the boyfriend was abusive. So I want to talk about the signs of knowing when someone, a red flag, when you need to kind of start really looking at them and taking note of some of the signs that they might show you during a relationship. Um, Now you know what abuse is. It's when one is mistreating another person. When you're mistreating another person, and especially if it's a close relationship, like physical abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, uh, sexual assault, threats. I mean, all kind of abuse. And if you get someone that is abusive, you really need to, or showing signs of abuse, you really need to, kind of get away from them. And you might say, well, I love him, or you might be in love with the idea of this person, or you having a relationship with a man or with a female. Talking about a man with a female. I just want to share that with you. So we're talking about abusive relationships. Um, it's a variety of reasons why somebody will abuse another person. And the root issue is that most abusers have low self-esteem and they feel powerless. They have low self-esteem, they feel powerless and ineffective in the world. They feel like they can do nothing right in the world. So what they do is if you're look like you're doing something great and you're doing something that catches the eye of somebody else, they get jealous or they get angry themselves that they're not doing anything, they're not uh, being productive in life. So now, how to bring you down is by, tearing you down by either verbal abuse, and if that don't work, the next thing is physical abuse. They'll tear you down emotionally, verbally, and then the next thing is physical abuse. Physical abuse. That is not what you want. So you have to watch for the signs of someone that is abusive even before you get married. You're just thinking about, you're dating this person a year, and all of a sudden they start showing you signs of abuse. That's somebody you need to get away from. You don't need to even consider marrying them because even though they may not have physically hit you, they will start hitting you once they feel like you are theirs. Once the paper is signed, once you stand before office and say, I do, they will then start saying, well, you're my property and you're going to do what I say do. So you have to watch for the signs of abuse, of abusers. You have to watch for the signs. Um, One of the signs is they just love to control.
Yeah, that's what
They have a mhm.
over you. Want to control what you do, how you do, who you talk to, who you spend time with. They want to know, they want to control you.
Yeah.
You have not been, you're not that person that God has put on this earth to be controlled by nobody.
Yeah.
So if that person, and you see signs of it early,
Yeah.
he's very controlling. Hey, that's my phone when I call. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why you buy a house? Where y'all go? Wait.
Yeah.
You ain't my husband number one. Right.
Mhm.
You know. Well, I just miss you. I just want you all to myself. Why keep me want all
That's
to
right.
myself? So that's the person being controlling and wanting to control you
Yeah.
and know your every move.
Mhm. And they have a lack of respect for you.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't appreciate you. So you have to be watchful of that. They want you to understand that they are the boss. They in control. And so they don't understand that uh, they don't have an understanding of you, and they don't. If there's a man abuser, same thing. Woman abuser, same thing. They want you to feel deflated because that's how they feel. So anybody that put you down, if they're calling you the B word,
Yeah.
That's somebody you need to that should be a red flag. A man that loves you will never call you a B. Never call you a B. And so if they can't respect you, that's somebody you need to get away from. I don't care how good get away from. You must get away from that.
To respect your own self and to
Mm-hmm.
value yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you value yourself, it makes no sense to have someone come in
Yeah.
and devalue you.
Yeah.
So you gotta love yourself more
Yeah.
than that.
Mm-hmm.
So man, he just jerks me around every now and then, and he calls me names sometimes, but he's mine. He don't mean no harm. He don't know what he's doing. You
Mm-hmm.
better make him with yourself.
Yeah. Um, even with me being married and you have other married people, you can get into a heated argument. Even when you're married, you get into a heated argument. But not one time have I ever been disrespected by him calling me out of my name. Not one time. Not one time have I called him out of his name. He called me the B word, I called him the B word. Not one time. Because I respect him, even though I'm mad at him, he's mad at me, I still have a level of respect. And so if that might be a red flag, that's a red flag. So the first thing is it's a mean of to gain control when a person is abusive, a mean to gain control. The second thing is a lack of respect for one another, a lack of respect for one another. And then the third thing is substance abuse or alcohol abuse. If you have somebody that's dealing with drugs and they're dealing with alcohol so much so until they can't get up in the morning unless they're drinking or smoking, and then they call you, hey, what's up, girl? Hey, what's up, boy? And all of that stuff. Talking to because if they have a history of abusive behavior, and I'm gonna get to that. That's number 4 too. I'm gonna get to that. But if they have a history of it, that can trigger something. It heightens their emotions, so to speak, and it can play a major role in domestic violence.
Yeah.
Alcohol and illegal drugs lower inhibitions, it amplifies emotions, and it raises the tolerance for pain so that the abuser can do a great deal of physical harm, not only to the victim or to their spouse, because they so high on drugs or so high on the alcohol, you know. So you want to be watchful, even if you have somebody that drink. You got to be watchful of that. You got to be watchful of that. The fourth thing is a history of behavior, abusive behavior. If he saw his father getting beat up on his mother, he said, "I'll never do that to a woman." You know, what are the signs? When you all go out and when he get mad at you, what are the signs there? Are there signs there? If there are signs there, you got to be watchful. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. Same thing with women.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. You got some women that believe that a man don't love them unless he hit them.
Yeah.
You know, they saw fighting all their life, all growing up. They saw it, so they think this is what marriage is.
Yeah.
You're talking about going to a marriage. You got to be watchful of those things. Red flags go up all the time.
And I said it earlier.
Yeah.
Because when you walk, is he pulling you too hard the way you don't want to be pulled? Is he pushing you against the wall? Like, wait a minute now. Before is he got his all up in your neck? No, you're too precious for that. And he just come in now.
Yeah.
What are you doing? All right, I just wanted to see what you're doing. Go back when you at work. Go ahead. I know where you at now.
Yeah.
You're too precious. You gotta marry yourself.
Yeah. And see, abuse and love to them goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. It's right. There's something wrong with their thinking. It's because of the way they were brought up, what they saw, what they believed. It's in their belief. I don't beat him, then I don't love them, or I won't get the respect that I need or that I want. It's all because of low self-esteem, because of what they saw when they were growing up. So why are we telling you all this? We're telling you this because if you are talking about getting married, you're talking about dating, and you're going out with somebody or whatever, you have to watch out for signs. We don't want you to get married and then all of this really hit the fan. It's not hitting the fan when you get married. It was already there. You to the forefront, so you will know what the signs are. Well, some of the signs anyway.
And if a gentleman gotta always say, I'm the man. I'm the man of this house. I'm gonna be the man. If he got to announce that and pronounce that and always that, I'm the man. That's something when he trying to build up something, he got a low self-esteem. You know he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. Because if you're the man, you just go ahead and do what you gotta do. You ain't gotta broadcast, I'm the man of this house. Oh, this is the man.
Right. Right. Don't have to do all of that. You there's a cycle of violence, and that cycle is made up of three phases. Number one is tension building. Number two is acute battering incident, in which we're talking about verbal, sexual, and other physical assault can occur. And then number three, the honeymoon stage. So the tension building stage is when the abuser get angry, decrease in aggressive behavior. So it's usually towards objects. They'll hit a wall, or they'll kick a chair, or they break down in communication. So they increase in verbal and minor physical abuse. Minor physical abuse at the beginning. This is when it starts. All right. They place unrealistic greater demands on the person that they're in the relationship with. Okay, they attempt to isolate you. They don't want you with tears. They don't want you with nobody. They want you to be in the house, wait on them. That's it. Don't be around nobody. Don't give your attention to nobody else. And if you give your attention to the children too much, they're going to have a problem with that. You have to watch out for the stuff like this, and then the victim would start trying to appease the abuser. But it's not going to work. There is no appeasing the abuser because he or she will always find something because they have this built up tension on the inside of them. Yeah. So you find yourself to argue, but whatever you do, it's going to turn into an argument. They always express feelings of hostility. It's just, this is all tension building. It's tension building. All right. That's the first one. And then the second thing is the acute battering incident. Now, this is severe physical abuse directed toward the victim, like punching the victim, biting the victim, kicking the victim, pushing the victim, tripping the victim, shoving the victim, using objects to throw at the victim. I mean, putting the gun to a person's head because you got it. You're not talking about the abuser. They're not gonna shoot it, but they're just trying to get in your mind. They trying to intimidate you. Exactly. Intimidate you to make you fall under control, make you be submissive, all that craziness, they even threaten their own children. You have children with them, they even threaten the children. I kill all of us. I do all of it, all that stuff, you get married if you're talking about being in a relationship. These are red flags. They're not going to change, not just by you. The only way they're going to change, of course, God can help them without a doubt, but they need help, psychiatry help. They need help. I'm not saying the power of God cannot get to them and deliver them.
But let the power of God get to them and deliver them before you get married.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly.
Okay. Come on, power of God. No, you ain't got to get married.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you need some help. On shoes up there. Can on. You don't do that to me.
Exactly. And then you got the honeymoon stage. The honeymoon stage is when they're very apologetic and they act like nothing happened, and they're going to buy you a gift and promise you that it'll never happen again, and they don't know what's wrong with them, and you just I just love you so much, and it just drives me crazy. But I'll never touch you again. I love you. And then they go to kissing you and want to make you feel better, all because it's not genuine. Number one, to be so. I'm talking about the person that's being abused. That person wanted to be so because they want to have a good relationship. And they just want to stop being abused. But there is nothing that you can really do to an abuser. Nothing but leave. But you have to be smart in leaving because you have some abusers that will come and find you and kill you. So you don't want to allow yourself to get caught up in the relationship even before marriage. I'm not even talking about marriage. I'm talking about just in it's going downward because this person wants to abuse you. Now they may not be physically hitting you yet, giving you a black eye, punching you in the stomach and all that stuff, but they're choking you. They grabbing you so hard until you have a bruise on your arm. They're doing so many things that uh is not right. I was trying to think of another word, but it's not right. And then they start telling you that they love you and they're sorry and all that stuff happening because you're not putting an end to it. They're not putting an end to it. And so you have to find a way to ease your way out of that relationship. I'm not going to tell you to just leave right off because you need to be protected. Or a person needs to be protected if they're in a relationship like that.
So it's and like so, a disclaimer. We're not telling you to leave. And they come and get you, and then you blame us and tell you, we're not telling you that. We're telling you to use wisdom. You need a lot of wisdom in this situation. And see, that's why we try to tell you all and share when it gets to this level. Because you're too valuable, and you got so many singles that are tired of with people they're not even married to. And they're going through this abuse. If you're not in no abusive relationship, hey, just make sure you don't get in one. That's right. And we're giving you signs, telling you about signs of when you do meet a person and you start dating, and after about, let's say, 6 months, you really liking this person, they really liking you, and then all of a sudden, some things start gradually changing. Right. Watch out for that. They got movies out there with stuff like that, and it is true. But you as a Christian, you as a daughter of Zion, a daughter of God, you know how to pray to ease your way out of that. I'm not saying that anybody on here is in an abusive relationship. I pray God that you're not. But I'm just telling you, and we're just telling you to be watchful of the signs because now that you're dating, and so we're telling you to watch out for the signs so that you won't have to go through all these crazy things. The first sign, that means I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm not staying. But if you end up staying, and people have so many reasons why they stay in an abusive relationship. So many reasons, but you have to trust God and get out of that relationship. So we just wanted to come on here. I keep saying but we wanted to come on here and just share about abusive relationships that you don't need. Going to church. That is a big red flag. They knew you were going to church before, and now they want you to stop. That's a huge red flag. So again, we just wanted to come on here and share with you about, being watchful of relationships. Yes. Right? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Because today at 7:00 we have a sister talk. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about some things. So that's at 7:00 tonight. I'll put the link. I'm gonna go to Facebook, get the link off my page, and come on and join us. Oh, you do a lot of work tonight. Yeah, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Yeah. All right. Any questions tonight? We're gonna give you all a few minutes. You too. If you are signed on, you can ask a question. You can type a question. If you are not signed on, you won't be able to.
But also, I'd like for you to subscribe on here. So subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button.
Yes.
All right. There are no questions. All right. That was quick, right? About 30 minutes. Our goal is always to come on here and talk to you all and then allow space for questions. So if you all don't have questions, we're going to give it to you in 30 minutes and then allow space for you all to ask questions. But if you don't have any questions, we're not going to hold you long. So God bless you all. We love you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Women, if you are available at 7:00, come on back to Zoom. And we're going to have the Zoom link is on Facebook on my page.
What's your page?
You'll see it, Dr. Ladisa.
All right.
No, it's not. It's Ladisa Cookie Homes.
Okay.
That's my page, Ladisa Cookie Homes.
All right.
So go and find that link and join us on tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Love you. Bye now.
Bye now.